So, we just saw a business conversation gone wrong, but what should you consider when doing business in Switzerland? We will provide you with a little bit of theoretical background, starting with the Lewis model.
Okay, so for the Lewis model, as you can see, Switzerland is all the way down here at the bottom as a linear active country. Linear active countries or cultures are very task-oriented and highly organized. So they like their to-do lists, right? And then ticking off the boxes. Then for the rest, they are also very one task at a time. So the first task that they will do is at the top of the list, and they will tick it off, and then they'll move on to the next one, and the list goes on, of course. They are also, if you're a linear active culture, they are also very factual and also very decisive. So they like to say, you know, are we going for this or are we going for something else? And they will want to be able to make a decision quickly, right? So they will use all the facts and get everything together and actually really think it over. And then something that also very much is a characteristic of a linear active country or culture is that they really look at the consequences of something that they do. So if they have any kind of task that they need to do or anything important, they will first analyze the consequences before they will be doing anything.
Okay, Switzerland has a low context, meaning that there are less unwritten rules. So everything is straightforward and easy to understand for a foreigner. Switzerland is a monochronic time culture, and this means that Swiss people will finish one task before they move on to the other, which results in a careful planning, and again, everything is straightforward. The personal space in Switzerland is highly valued, meaning that people at a bus stop will not stand like this, for example, because this invades their personal space and they will feel very uncomfortable. However, in Switzerland, a bus stop will look like this to create some personal space for the people. And however, the territoriality in Switzerland is quite low, meaning that Swiss people are prone to sharing.
So, about the Holsteiner model, as you can see here, there's one big difference, namely in masculinity. This is where both of the countries differ from each other. When you have a very masculine country, this is a country that really focuses on competition and personal success. And you can clearly see here that that's what the Swiss country is all about. When you have a feminine country, such as the Netherlands, it's more towards the quality of life and caring for each other. The big difference here is it's wanting to do the best for your personal self, for the people from Switzerland, or liking what you do, such as in the Netherlands. We have asked Marjolein Nefkens about her experience with doing business in Switzerland. She was able to provide us with great details. Welcome, Marjolein. Thank you very much for helping us out with this interview. Could you start off by telling a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Marjolein Nefkens. I'm 45 years old, and I'm working as a marketing manager at the moment at IKEA in Holland. And before I've worked for two other big companies. One is Ahold in the Netherlands, and the other one is Kimberly-Clark in Switzerland. And I also lived 9 years in Switzerland to work for IKEA. For Kimberly-Clark. To quit a very good job in Holland. So the decision to go abroad was made very quickly, but really to quit my job at that moment at Albert Heijn was difficult. Everything is very well organized. The weather is good, and the wealth is very high. So I think in the first few weeks, my opinion was wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, indeed.
What is really different in Switzerland when you compare it to Holland is that people divide private and work really distinctly. And I think that was for me, in all the years that I worked in Switzerland, the most difficult thing for me, that people were really difficult to get in touch with. They, of course, they were really nice and friendly and not formal, but there was a border, like, okay, they didn't tell about their private situation. You were not invited in a private environment. And that's what I really missed during all the years that I worked for Kimberly Clark, that there was this really big distinction.
Okay.
What helped is that I tried to be... The Swiss don't like to opscheppen. How do you say opscheppen?
They don't like to brag.
No, they don't like to brag. They really are very introverted people, and they don't want you to tell too much stories about yourself, about how successful you are, or they don't like that at all.
Okay.
And I noticed that very much in the beginning already, that they really want you to be as normal as possible. And I think to be successful in Switzerland, you need to take that into account. Just show what you can, but don't tell too much about it.
Yeah, let the results speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for helping us out with this interview. We've gained a lot of information, and thank you very much. Marjolein provided us with great details about her experiences in Switzerland. Together we have made 4 tips and tricks that you can use while doing business there. Tip number 1. Always dress for success. Tip number 2. When introducing yourself, always use formal language and look the other person in the eye. Tip number 3. Never use jokes during a business conversation. Swiss people easily interpret this as rude and see it as highly unprofessional. Tip number 4. Being on time is always appreciated, especially in Switzerland. You will see that people are rarely late for meetings. We hope to have given you the start of your new business habits. We want to show you one last time what it feels like when you apply our tips and tricks.